Hey everybody, what is up with you guys? I'm so excited for what the Lord is doing in my life, and I'm excited for what He's doing in your life. And I wanted to take a moment to help people understand why gratitude in every season of my life has gotten me to this point. Even in the moments where I didn't even understand if I had gratitude or not, but just knowing that I was meant for more than what I was experiencing and being thankful that what I was experiencing in that chapter was building me to be stronger, to not just receive, but to be able to withstand the things that will continue to happen. Not even happen, but the things that will continue to come into my life. Because one thing that I will say is that for so long, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have certain boundaries. I didn't have certain standards. I just knew of the go, 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 go lifestyle, and we're celebrating, be happy when we get there. What I'm realizing that God had to do in my life is He had to slow me down while life was still going, like literally slow me down mentally to remind myself, like, hey, Adrian, you're supposed to be happy doing this. You're supposed to be joyful doing this. You're not supposed to be holding in the excitement for the result. You're supposed to be excited that the result is on its way. And I have found so much joy in just the last couple of days, because we're all going to always experience seasons. We're always going to experience good days, bad days, some kind of slow days, some kind of fast days. And the last couple of days for me, they've been really trying of my faith, really trying. And I know you guys will relate. You're planting seeds, you're doing this, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you got other outside noise that's saying, oh, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough, you're not disciplined enough. But it's like, no, well, let's pause for a moment. Let's pause. Like, let me actually do a track record of what I've done these last couple of days, these last couple of months, these last 90 days, these last 5 months, these last 15 years. I have done my best. And this is the way you have to talk to yourself, but you also have to be honest. And I love that when God asks us to be honest with Him, that also gives us a moment to be honest with ourselves. And one of the things that became hard for me on my journey is that I'm such a person that will feel something and I'll just push it to the side. Not because I didn't want to deal with it, but because I didn't understand how to. I didn't understand how to deal with certain things, and grief was one of those. And you can grieve the old while you're excited about the new, but I didn't understand how to do that. I felt guilty. I felt shame. Like, well, the old isn't here anymore, and I'm in my new, but I still feel so much of the old. So many different ways on how you can weigh your own self down mentally. And I've been so grateful to really allow myself to remove myself from myself and giving more of myself to God in the way that He's asking. I mean, each and every day is a new opportunity. I'm not perfect, and I love saying that because I'm not. Who am I to say I'm perfect? The only person that's perfect is God. He created us in His image, which makes us good. However, go back to Genesis and read it, and you will see that at the beginning we messed up a little bit. Okay, so we by nature are sinful. We cannot help but to make sin, but we have a choice not to sin. And sin is not something that's like, oh my gosh. No, I mean, we can sin is pride is sin, fear, like all of those things. God made us good in His image, so anything that is not of God is a sin, right? But even complaining is a sin. So I had to wrestle. I mean, really wrestle. I have had to wrestle with my own self to say, Adrian, don't complain. But tell God why it frustrates you. Adrian, don't complain. But tell God why it angers you. Adrian, don't go gossip. Tell God what this made you feel like for that person to do that to you, or not do it to you, or talk about you in this and different type of things. So I have even found myself in certain conversations where I'm like, I can't communicate like that anymore, because it's going to open up a door that I'm closing so that I can remain grateful in any season that I'm in. Because when I'm grateful, more will overflow. But if I'm complaining, and then that's what stays, and I don't want that in my life anymore. And so gratitude is simply just saying and you can be so authentic to know that you have been grateful, but you're not being honest with what you feel behind the gratitude. So I have had to tell God, I lost my Nana in 2021, 14 days away from today, and my body feels it and my mind feels it, but my heart was letting me know, Adri, you ain't really dealt with this grief. You're grateful that you had a Nana. You're grateful that you built a business helping people with financial literacy. You're grateful for everything that you've experienced since then, but you're not really getting to the underlying, like, you're angry. You're angry that your biggest supporter is not here. You're angry that she can't see some of the things that you're experiencing. You're angry that she's not just a phone call away. And being able to give that frustration to Jesus and understanding what it means to take on his yoke, like he says in Matthew 11:28 through 30. And I'm saying this back to you guys because it's been constantly said back to me, and God has been showing me it in different ways these last couple of days. So I have to say it back because this is how we spread his word. This is how we help the next person. And I'm so grateful that I'm being placed in positions where I get to do more than what I was limiting myself to, because I was waiting for results. I was waiting for the big bang. I was waiting for the big all this stuff. When in reality, God was like, come on, Adri, like, let's actually get back to what I needed you to do, and let's take you off of this hustle train. And so I'm excited to kind of talk about more for what God did for me, from taking me from the hustle flow to his flow, because I've been hustling since I got my first job. And I mean, like, everybody, I'm not prideful to be. I don't want to hustle. I know how to get stuff done. I know how to move in my purpose. Language is important. That hustle is burnout. Hustling, I didn't celebrate my milestones. Hustling, okay, you hit one milestone and it's like, all right, what's next? Instead of saying, dang, I made it, let me take a moment. That's hustle. And so I'm so grateful that I have taken time in just the last 72 hours to be so intentional to say, I'm grateful that even if today didn't go how it was supposed to, God, you're using this as a moment of matter to, one, show me what I'm really capable of. Tell me to start relying on your resources and start relying on you, because you're in control of the resources, even if it's just, what am I going to eat today? And you got a fridge full of food, but you're like, well, what am I going to eat today? He'll tell you what you're supposed to eat. Like, that is how the relationship goes. And I'm so grateful that I'm understanding more and more each day why I have this channel. I'm very grateful that you guys get to see the growth in me. I'm excited to see the growth in you guys. I'm excited to start seeing the interaction. I'm just very grateful. I have to be grateful, because if not, that is how the enemy comes in and has you just. And let me tell you, I've been enough behind the scenes. I'm ready to be with in Princess Diaries. I love that movie. Like, this is how we're supposed to be living. Okay, check didn't deposit today. God, I'm grateful that you withheld that one little thing so that the next time it deposits, it'll be even double. Or, God, I thank you for not depositing the check at the moment when the bank could have interrupted with it and messed up the money. Like, it's so many certain things that you can. God, I'm grateful today that the bus was late. God, I'm grateful today that even though it's Thursday, Saturday is going to be even greater. You get what I'm saying? That gratitude lets him know that, one, you're thankful for him, not the circumstance. You're not putting something before him. And I'm just so grateful because, and I got to keep saying it, because this is how you renew your mind. You got to speak it. And I'm learning this from the people that I get mentored from. I have various mentors. I got a business mentor who's like one of my best friends. I have a faith-led mentor who's like one of my best friends. The Holy Spirit is my faith mentor. Okay. And then I'm still looking for other people in my life that can mentor me in different areas so that I'm constantly staying in alignment with who God called me to be, but I also get to steward it properly for the next person. That's why it's important to have your mentors. And God is our ultimate mentor of all, but he also uses people, okay? We're his children. He uses us to help the next person, and this is why you have to have discernment. So I'm now in a position where my life is very quiet. And I'm okay with it, because I am in a headspace where if you come in my life and you're complaining and I catch myself kind of derailing, I'm going to catch it right back and say, hold on, wait, let's be grateful. Like, let's actually look at this from a different perspective. Let's like shine some light on this real quick, because that is what we're supposed to do. That is just who Jesus was. And so, I mean, even to this day, this is still new for me. I used to talk like a sailor, y'all. And for me to acknowledge these things, I'm just so grateful to know my own growth. I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. I'm so grateful that I'm challenging myself. Do I want to set up my camera and record all the time? Absolutely not. Sometimes I just want to sleep. And guys like, Adrian, I know, but my people need you. Your people, we need you. And I'm like, okay. And I want you to know, while you're listening to me, we need you too. So think about it. Think about your life. Think about where you are. Like, I got a lot of things in my life right now I could complain about. I mean, a lot. I mean, a lot. Like, if you really want to get down to it and, like, really start talking about, like, what we can complain about, we can. But guess who wants us to do that? Why? Before you complain, you vent to God. You tell him how it makes you feel, and then he will tell you. One, he already knew. He was just waiting to give you the safe space to really let it out. And then from there, I promise you'll have clarity as to why it's happening. I promise, like, Yesterday, something happened so big. No, something happened so small, so small. But that one little small incident, it allowed me to go into my prayer closet and tell God, I miss my Nana. That is why I feel like that today. That is why this day is so heavy. But I've carried that for the last 5 years. Not being actually authentic and open, but knowing that, oh, God knows. God knows. Nah, he knows, but he's really waiting. Like, you do know I know, but are you going to give it to me? And look, y'all, my skirt is all twisted. Now I notice this while I'm sitting here. I look forward to growing on this channel with you guys. I'm already growing with y'all, so I'm excited to continue on this journey. And I pray that today you find something to be grateful for. You can put it in the comments. Adria, I'm grateful for my daughters. I'm grateful for my dog. Like, I know me and my dog, we 9 years in. Every day I see him wake up, I say, my God, I'm grateful for him. I thank you that you gave me a companion. Because there's some people who have dogs and they're dying. There's some people who have dogs that have been eaten by coyotes. We got coyotes out here. Okay, so I'm grateful that my dog goes outside and he comes back in the house because that coyote could ching. But no, you get what I'm saying? We got to be grateful. I could complain that there's coyotes outside, but in reality, if I'm grateful, God is protecting what I could complain about. Remember that. So today is a good day to be grateful. Write it down. Like, genuinely mean it. Write it down. Don't just say, I am grateful. Say, no, I'm grateful that this happened because it taught me this. I'm grateful that that did not happen because it showed me this. I'm grateful that that actually slapped me in the face because now I know how to handle something like that better the next time. You have a choice in everything. And that I'm a big person. I'm a big person on choice. Especially being the oldest, especially being a person who's very observant. We all have a choice and we're not perfect. But when we keep making the same decisions over and over and over again, we got some things to work on. So today, have a great day on your Tuesday. I'm gonna eat my snack as I get here to the other business things God has me doing. And I'll see you guys next time.